What's up, everybody, and what's going on? Here we are today in my favorite place, my shop, right? We finally have the time. Sit back, relax, look at everything that I actually got from Skymax, which is really incredible. And what's really nice, like I said about Skymax, is that I have these cool gas cap setups to give out to you guys. Like I said, what's really cool about this is all their colors that they offer, which is super epic, and I honestly wish I can keep them. So what I'm going to do for my next package that will come from Skymax, I might personally buy one of each of them and just hold on to it for a little bit because they are super cool. But regardless, these are actually to give out to all of you guys, so make sure you guys stay tuned on how to get that. But yeah, so what we got going on today here in the shop is a couple things, right? For one, we have behind us the beautiful Skymax Star. This is the paramotor that you guys see me flying in every single one of my videos, right? And we have right next to it is the amazing Pulsar, right? And this Pulsar is very special, right? Because we have the original version. It didn't have a gas tank on the bottom, right? What's really cool about Skymax is that they sent me over a really cool epic kit that we're going to put onto as well in this video. And we're also gonna change the netting color of the Skymax Star, which I'm very excited about because they gave me the Pulsar that is red, and I figured that I already had the Skymax Star that is red. It'd be really cool to change the color up to blue and see how that looks. I'm pretty excited about that. So let's quit wasting time right here at the table, and let's, like I said, swap over the red netting to the blue netting first on the Star, and then, like I said, we're going to add the gas tank to the bottom, right, of the Pulsar, which we're going to jump into next. All right, so the epic red that we're going to turn into blue. What do you guys think? Ready? Wow, the blue is looking so nice and incredible right now. So happy. What a difference, man. So sick. It's like a whole new paramotor. So sick. All right, super epic, right? So now we finally have the blue netting on the Star. It looks like a totally different paramotor. I'm actually falling in love with it more and more I look at it. I'm super stoked about it just being different, you know, and blue is a great color. Like I said, let's quit talking about the Star now and let's actually jump into the Pulsar like I know you guys are waiting to see. All right, so now we have the epic Pulsar right here next. And what are we going to do to it? What we're going to be doing is taking off the whole bottom kickstand. So check it out. If I grab the paramotor, look, if I turn it to the side, I want to show you guys so you guys can see it. So as I pick up the paramotor, the kickstand goes in. Do you see how the bottom here goes in? So when it's on the ground, kickstand's out and the paramotor sits on the ground like so. Like this. And then when you go to lift up, or once you're in the harness and you go to stand up, this would actually come in and then you would have all this really nice room for running to take off. People didn't really like the idea of the gas tank bladder being on the bottom inside of the harness, right? Because for one, you couldn't see actually how much fuel you had, and two, when you would go to open up the gas cap, most of the time you would spill a little bit of fuel, or when you go to fill it, you would spill fuel on your harness. So a lot of people didn't really like it. Great design from Skymax for the difference in the room for your legs when you go to take off and land. It's dramatically different and it's amazing actually. But they have now made the new Pulsar, right? And what did they do? They upgraded it with a gas tank now that actually sits on the bottom, right? That sits right down here on the bottom, like so, right? So that being said, this paramotor with that kickstand on it can't actually have a gas tank on the bottom, right? But what's really cool is that Skymax is allowing me to make this video for all of you guys, so you guys can actually order, if you guys have this original Pulsar, right, the first generation, you can order this kit, right? This kit right here is going to be able to mount right onto the existing frame right here on the front, boom, like this. And then these legs here are going to connect to the two bolts that are on the sides here, right? It's going to be a nice kit to be able to order this and the gas tank from anywhere from a 12, 15 to an 18-liter gas tank. So like I said, what we're going to be doing now is swapping this out. So let's swap this out. Let's see what kind of tools I even need, because I haven't even looked at any of this stuff yet, because I've been doing so much stuff since I got back from Bad Apples, hanging out with all these other new people now, you know, trying to do videos on the new Envolo helmet too. So I have a lot of cool things to come. But what's really exciting about this video is that we're upgrading the Pulsar. So let's get right to this and let's swap out this bottom and get the new setup on here. So let's get to it. All right, so what are the tools that are required to swapping this little kit out, right? So what's really cool is that we've got to get this kickstand off, and it's super simple. All it's going to require is a simple Allen key and your 8mm wrench, right? And we'll be able to get this top spring off for the spring back, and then we got to take this apart too, but it's just 4 nuts and bolts here that we got to just take off, so. Okay, we almost got the second one off. And like I said, what's really cool is that like what we're doing right now is that we're upgrading the first generation Pulsar into the new gen. So this is really cool. And it's nice too that we're getting to do this, you know, and like I said, if you guys want to get away from the original style, just like what I'm doing, you can order this epic kit from Skymax. There are these cables here, obviously, for little safeties. I might have to actually snip them, it looks like. So let's get a pair of snips. I wasn't realizing that actually, but this definitely has to get cut. Yeah. So we'll just cut it from this side for now. Keep it onto the original side here. Ooh. Okay. All right, so you do need a pair of snips to cut the original cables that are on here for little safeties. All right, so now we have, this actually should, this should come off. Ooh, I better be safe or the paramotor will smack me down here. So let's think about this. Before I go taking that off, let's get these guys off here, these bottom bolts here that have to come off too. Same tools again. So now we have these two off. This is actually considered standing free. So now, here's that kit, right? We got the side arms, we got the top bracket, right? So now we gotta loosen up this top bracket, which it's another Allen key. Bigger one, right? Okay, epic. All right. So this is the bracket that's gonna go right on here. And I'm gonna show you guys here in just one moment. And in the shop today, like I was just saying, it's hot. But, you know, this is awesome. I'm super glad that I'm getting this opportunity to also share with all of you guys, just getting to make another video too, and how epic is this. This one here for Skymax, so this is awesome. Okay, we're getting this loose here. And then, like, you know, what I'm gonna do, just so you guys are all aware, once we're done doing this and getting the gas tank on, I'm gonna make another video of us swapping engines. Which motor am I gonna put on this frame? And then also go up for its first flight. So super excited about trying this paramotor out because, okay, so here's the bracket. You guys see how it's rounded on the top because this is rounded right here. So this is gonna sit just like this, ready? What I'm gonna do is we're gonna put this on, leaving the kickstand still on. And actually thinking about it now, guys, as we're doing this project, it's almost probably wise to keep these bolts on first so the paramotor doesn't just fall over like it's trying to do. Okay, so now we got this bracket on. Get both of these bolts started. Dude, this is so epic. I can't believe this is happening right now. All right, so we're gonna get this on, and then we gotta snug those arms on the bottom, and then we can put the gas tank on, which is super epic. Okay, which I cannot believe. So, and like I said, you can order a 12, 15, and an 18-liter gas tank for the Pulsar here, which is epic. Okay, so let's just snug it up for now. I don't want to go too tight because I gotta still move these arms out. So now, let's get these on. So they're gonna want to go on the outside, okay? And hopefully this will still fit. Let's see, like without having to lengthen the nut, which I don't think we have to. Nice, we do not have to. That's good. That's what I was told. But I kept thinking like that. I was going to need to get longer. This is what I'm talking about. A longer bolt here for the bottom arms. But it's working perfect. And these straps right here, guys, are for the harness. So if you guys were wondering what these straps are or what these even are on the bottom, it's for the harness. Okay. All right, so we got them started. So let's snug these up really quick, and then we're gonna take this bar out. So let's see, same thing. We got the Allen key, we got the 8mm.
Okay, we want to make sure we're going tight this time. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay, right now we're just going snug with everything, and then in the end, what I'm gonna do is once the motor's on and stuff, I will double do everything, you know, double check everything. Double do, I said. Double do. It's funny when I do these videos.
Nice, dude. All right, so now the bracket's on. So let's get these out. Boom. Wow, it sits so much more forward. That's awesome. Okay. All right. Awesome. So here's the original bar. This is the kickstand, guys. We just got it out. I'm gonna set this off to the side. Wow, this is so cool. Okay, so now, like I said, I have these extra bolts here, so I'm gonna save these, of course. So all I'm doing is I'm pulling these out. Whoop, don't wanna lose anything. This one inside of here, like I said, we're gonna get the nut back on so nothing gets lost. Very nice. I always like to pull everything apart, of course, and then put it obviously back to the original way it was. And you know, it's really nice to actually know this bolt obviously is a lot longer, and it's the same as the other one, the same size, but it's longer. So it's nice to know that you could actually, if you don't like the smaller bolts in the back now down low, you could just swap them out for the bigger ones that you're taking off now and eliminating. So just keep that in mind. That's actually really nice. All right, so that being said, that's it for the tools. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the gas tank is going to just require just basically strapping around here. So let's see how this goes. So this is the back of the gas tank where it says Skymax. So let's try to squeeze this in here. Looks like it'll probably be easier to come through the back. Okay, so let's get this in here. All right, boom. Dude, so sick.
Okay. Oh man, I can't believe this. This is looking so awesome right now, okay? Alright, just trying to get this thing started, because it's like the hardest part is getting them started. Okay, just wrapping around our new setup here. Emptying this. So, but look at that, man. Alright, we're getting there. Let's do the other side. Pull this back. Look how nice that looks. This looks so dope. Okay, oop, don't want it to fall over.
Wow, now that is sick. Do you guys see that? Dude, that's so dope. So this gas tank that we have here is the 15 liter. Super dope. Like I said, you can go all the way. Let's get the epic Skymax shirt out of here. I just wanted the Skymax shirt in there. I thought that was super cool. Dude, so epic. Super sick. I am so happy about this gas tank swap. Extremely awesome that we were able to easily swap over the kickstand to the gas tank, right? With a really simple kit that, like I said, you can order from Skymax. And what is the kit that you're going to need to have? Like I said, you're going to have the new frame bar that goes in the front. It would go on just like this, and it'll come with this cool epic bracket. Like I said, the flat bracket that goes onto here, and then you get the rounded side part inside that'll go onto the top of the frame, right? So that's super sick. So you get this, the bracket, you get this, the front piece, which is super awesome, right? It eliminates the kickstand, and you get these two legs that go on the sides, right, for the supports. So that is super awesome. And what did this require, right, to get this front kickstand off? Like I said, we had to have snips for the metal wires, right, for the safeties, right? So here's your safety wires. We also had to eliminate 2 bolts with 2 springs that obviously spring back the kickstand every time it stood up, which is super epic of a design. And the only tools that this actually required was your simple 8mm and 2 different size Allen keys. Super awesome, right? Very simple kit. It looks amazing. We got the 15 liter on here. You guys can get the 12, 15, or the 18 liter tank for the Pulsar. So like I said, if you guys want to go through me and get the kit, hit me up at any time. Like I said, I actually have a kit right here in front of me, ready to go to one of you guys right now. Hit me up. I'll try to get you the best discounts that you guys can get. And also, like I said, very simple switch over. But make sure you guys all stay tuned, because what's coming next is we're going to be putting one of my Vitarazi Moster 185 engines on this Pulsar, and I'm debating on either putting the 22 on there or the 20. So make sure you guys all stay tuned to that, and don't forget to make sure you guys are all subscribed to the YouTube channel. We also have another cool epic giveaway coming on right now, and this one is from Skymax. We're giving away some gas cap openers, and like I said, I will be letting you guys know how to get these too. Like I said, I'll be throwing in some cool epic keychains with your guys' orders, so make sure you guys are also staying tuned. If you guys need this kit, hit me up. And also, like I said, I can't wait for the next videos to come on the brand new Pulsar. So, till the next one, everybody, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that this helped out a little bit for all of you. I am very happy that I got the chance to do that swap kit, and man, it was super easy, and I cannot wait to get this engine on here. So, all right, everybody, I hope that you guys really did all enjoy. You know that I sure did, and I just can't wait for the next upcoming videos, so make sure you guys all stay tuned. And I will see you guys all on the next one. Peace out.